An inch of time is an inch of gold, but you can't buy that inch of time with an inch of gold. It's better to be without a book than to believe a book entirely. A word spoken can never be taken back, or a promise must be kept. Don't try to prove what people suspect, or you'll make your guilt still more obvious. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. A smile will gain you 10 more years of life. Better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. A bird does not sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. As distance tests a horse's strength, time reveals a person's character. A man who cannot tolerate small misfortunes can never accomplish great things. Experience is a comb which nature gives us when we are bald. Be not afraid of growing slowly, be afraid only of standing still. Behave toward everyone as if receiving a guest. A fall into a ditch makes you wiser. Better diamond with a flaw than a pebble without one. He who asks is a fool for 5 minutes, but he who does not ask remains a fool forever. A closed mind is like a closed book, just a block of wood. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. In a group of many words, there is bound to be a mistake somewhere in them. Govern a family as you would cook a small fish very gently. Patience is a bitter plant, but its fruit is sweet. Listening well is as powerful as talking well, and is also as essential to true conversation. 2 good talkers are not worth 1 good listener. 100 no's are less agonizing than 1 insincere yes. He who cheats the earth will be cheated by the earth. Only one who can swallow an insult is a man. 1 beam, no matter how big, cannot support an entire house on its own. The more acquaintances you have, the less you know them. He who thinks too much about every step he takes will always stay on 1 leg. All things change, and we change with them. If you want to find out about the road ahead, then ask about it from those coming back. Genius can be recognized by its childish simplicity. There are 2 kinds of perfect people, those who are dead and those who have not been born yet. Learning is a weightless treasure you can always carry easily. Married couples tell each other 1,000 things without speech. Small men think they are small. Great men never know they are great. Solve 1 problem, and you keep 100 others away. It is easy to open a store, the hard part is keeping it open. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. If you are patient in 1 moment of anger, you will escape 100 days of sorrow. Before preparing to improve the world, first look around your own home 3 times. I was angered, for I had no shoes. Then I met a man who had no feet. Do not want others to know what you have done. Better not have done it anyways. A man without a smiling face must not open shop. It is not the knowing that is difficult, but the doing. A wise man makes his own decisions, but an ignorant man mindlessly follows the crowd. The people who talk the best are not the only ones who can tell you the most interesting things. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. A clever person turns great troubles into little ones, and little ones into none at all. Guessing is cheap, but guessing wrong can be expensive. Learning is a treasure that will follow its owner everywhere. A person of high principles is one who can watch an entire chess game without making a comment. To know another is not to know the person's face, but to know the person's heart. No matter how tall the mountain is, it cannot block the sun. Think about your own faults during the first half of the night, and the faults of others during the second half. If you want your children to have a peaceful life, let them suffer a little hunger and a little coldness. One moment of patience may ward of great disaster. One moment of impatience may ruin a whole life. The time you enjoy wasting is not wasted. When the heart is at ease, the body is healthy. Dig the well before you are thirsty. Tell me and I'll forget. Show me and I may remember. Involve me and I'll understand. Do not confine your children to your own learning, for they were born in another time. Learning is like rowing upstream. Not to advance is to drop back. Teachers open the door, but you must enter by yourself. If you are planning for a year, sow rice. If you are planning for a decade, plant trees. If you are planning for a lifetime, educate people. Happiness is the best cosmetic. A good name is better than a good face. Even a hare will bite when it is cornered. It is easy to find 1,000 soldiers, but hard to find a good general. Habits are cobwebs at first, cables at last. One who stands straight doesn't fear a crooked shadow. If you don't do stupid things, you won't end up in tragedy. If people are of one heart, even losses can become gold. Better a cottage where one is merry than a palace where one weeps. Disaster comes from one careless talk. Too many cooks spoils the broth. A clear conscience never fears midnight knocking. Ripe fruit falls by itself, but it doesn't fall in your mouth. The person who is his own master cannot tolerate another boss. If you want to avoid being cheated, ask for prices at 3 different stores. A bad beginning makes a bad ending.